So the way I see it, there are two kinds of collectathons. Explorables ask you to explore each level thoroughly as you go, like Banjo-Kazooie and Mario Odyssey, whereas samplers ask you to try levels, move on, and then come back to them later, like Mario Galaxy and Mario 64. Each philosophy has its advantages and disadvantages. The primary advantage of samplers is that they can evolve their levels over time, but that advantage can come with some significant downsides. Bowser's Fury is the best sampler I have ever played. The way it evolves its levels is very Goldilocks, both subtle enough to feel familiar and drastic enough for them to feel new. It does this by changing the enemies and obstacles, but keeping the level geography. And I could end the video there. Best sampler takes best advantage of the sampler advantage. Put that on a thumbnail. But no, I can't end there because this game goes so much further by solving all the disadvantages that samplers are supposed to have. See, at the heart of samplers is this design flaw. They need to boot you out of levels in order to send you to new levels and remake the old ones. But getting booted out of a level feels jarring. Bowser's Fury gets around this by having one interconnected world and asks you to walk out of the levels yourself. And the world map is designed in such a way that when you do, you are often pointed to the next level without even realizing it, which solves an even deeper design flaw. How do you encourage players to sample? Plenty of games, even non-collectathons, acknowledge there's something fun about returning to a beginning area and finding secrets you did not or could not get there the first time. How do you design a sampler so that players don't just mine level 1 for collectibles? Well, you can write a message to the player, or you can gate collectibles behind unlockable power-ups, or you can gate collectibles behind events, but Bowser's Fury ones up all of these. See, when you leave level 1, you're facing level 2, and the entrance to level 1 is hidden by these Cheep Cheeps, and by its own odd angle, and when you leave level 2, you might get this extra collectible, which will put you next to level 3, and by the end of level 3, you'll have enough collectibles to fight the boss and unlock Plessy, who points you towards level 4, which points you towards the second hub. The game is pushing you forward to sample, 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 simply through its world design. But another sampler design flaw. Samplers tend to have less collectibles to reward exploration. Explorables will have things worth collecting around every corner, whereas samplers can't do that if they're going to boot you out of a level every time you collect something. So the best samplers get around that by having smaller collectibles that don't boot you out of the level. Basically, the best samplers are also explorables. Bowser's Fury has collectibles that can be grabbed out of sequence. See, each level has 5 main collectibles, only 3 of which boot you out of the level. Another one is hidden behind these Bowser blocks, which you can break during certain events, and the final is divided into 5 mini collectibles that you can get at any point during your run through the island. So each island has 6 important points of interest that aren't the current collectible you are currently after, in addition to several power-ups, some of which are hidden in really obscure places. And for all these reasons, I think Bowser's Fury is not just the best sampler, but maybe the best collectathon we've seen to date. It has some stiff competition, but its design decisions are really smart, and it really brings out the best in what this genre can offer. Also, admittedly, I'm biased because this game is short and snacky, which I love. I know it's a design flaw for some people, but it's perfect for me.